In today's video, we are going to be talking about how to budget without a fixed income. This is a problem, especially for people into freelance, people making money online, This is a really huge problem, and I've had so many questions, and I've also been going through the same challenges, and I'm going to be addressing them in this video so that you know how you can tweak this thing so that it doesn't affect your financial progresses. If you don't have a fixed income, it doesn't mean that you should not budget. It doesn't mean that you should forget everything about tracking your money, about how you spend your money, simply because your income isn't fixed. This is a mistake that you're doing, and it's going to keep you broke. So let me share with you how you can achieve financial freedom while your income is inconsistent, So if you want to budget without a fixed income, the first thing you should do is always track your spending, track every dollar. The moment you know where your money goes, it's going to be a little bit easier for you to crack a budget or to write a budget that is going to work for you instead of the other way around. Also think like this. If you know how much money you're spending on several things that you really do need, it's going to be easier for you to focus on those things and eliminate unnecessary expenses that are draining you financially. Tracking your money makes it easier for you to know where you should spend your money, to know where your money goes most, to know how you should fix your spending when your income isn't fixed. So it's really important. So if you're spending money without tracking every dollar you spend, guys, it will be very hard for you to sit down and write a budget that is going to work out for you, because how can you even start? You don't know where your money goes, you don't know how much you spend on these expenses here and there, and this is going to affect your budget, and it will be very hard for you to even sit down and write a budget that is going to work on your favor, because you have no idea where your money goes. If you find it hard to track every dollar you spend, make use of the apps, make use of the digital apps that allow you to automatically write down how much you spend on what item, on what expenses, on what services. These are really great, especially if you're someone who is always on the go or a traveler. You don't have the time to sit down and start writing down everything that you spent your money on. So having these apps are going to help you clarify how you spend your money, because it's really important if you're going to create a budget that is going to work for you, and stick with it so that it can help you reach your financial goals. If you don't have a fixed income, the best thing for you to do that is going to enable you to have a really concrete budget is set a baseline, and that baseline should be based on your lowest income. That is what is going to help you. Just check out how much money you earn every month. I agree with you, there's some inconsistency in each and every month. Choose the month that you receive the lowest income, and after that always set your budget based on that point. But if your income is going to increase, maybe for the next 6 months it's going to be a little bit higher, then you'll also have to increase the amount of money that you're supposed to be spending on your budget. So that is going to help you, because when you have a lowest baseline, it's going to help you always stay on point. You are not going to find yourself overspending, and you're also not going to find yourself spending money on things that are actually dragging you down. So think about it. This is really important. So check out your analytics, check out your salary, the income that you get, and set on the lowest income that you get. And if there are going to be some changes, simply you're going to review your budget, because that's one thing that you should do. Budget, you don't set budget and forget about it. You keep on reviewing your budget. So when you set your budget at the lowest income, this gives you a chance to avoid lifestyle creep, lifestyle inflation, because this is what is keeping lots of people broke. Setting your budget on your lowest income also has some advantages. Just take for a moment, if maybe you set your budget at the lowest income and it ends up that you receive an income above that, the rest of the money that is going to remain after you have budgeted for everything, that is going to go to your savings, is going to that is going to go to your emergency fund, that is going to go to repaying your debts or investing in something else. So that is actually going to keep you far ahead when it comes to building your wealth, when it comes to hitting your financial goals. So that's really amazing, because it's going to be like you're living below your means, but at some times you're earning a little bit more, and this is going to help you move further when it comes to your financial goals. It's really important, and I think this is one of the best things that you can take from this video. If you don't have a fixed income, then you have to prioritize. You have to prioritize needs over wants. And this, if your income is inconsistent, this means you should be stingy, you know. You should take almost your entire income into your needs. If the budget you want to craft doesn't allow you to have wants, guys, don't include wants in your budget, especially if you're using the 50, 30 and 20% rule of budgeting. I mean, prioritize. Spend your money on the things that are really necessary: your rent, your food, your transport, your health bills, and other things that you really need. But if the income that is going to allow you to add 2 or 3 wants, then go ahead and do that, because sometimes we also need the budget to be fun, so that it doesn't burn us out, so that it doesn't feel like a punishment. That is what you have to do. So you have to prioritize, cut out unnecessary expenses that are draining you financially, unnecessary expenses that are keeping you on the spending path. You spend more than you earn. So that's something else that you should do if you are in an income that is not fixed. When you only prioritize your needs, sometimes it's going to feel like you are punishing yourself. Sometimes you're going to feel like you're living a very different life from the other people outside there, and this might affect how you view things, 2 or 3 things when it comes to how your lifestyle is going. But to be honest, this is going to work for you in the future, because right now you are being mindful about how you're spending your money. You're training yourself to be financially smart, and this is a choice not so many of us are making right now, because sometimes we feel that we have to live a life, you know, of comfort. Sometimes comfort is our enemy. Sometimes comfort is what actually keeps us from chasing our goal, you know. So you have to be tight with it. You know that your income is not fixed, so don't add anything, don't add any expense that is going to keep on draining you financially, because you need to grow as an individual. You need to grow your income. You need to become the financial beast you want to be, and sometimes we have to make the sacrifice, you know. And the sacrifice you make right now, you're going to enjoy your fruits, the fruits of it in the future. So you have to be mindful about that. It's not a punishment, it's just in a stage where you are right now. So don't spend more money than you earn, and this is going to help you level up when it comes to chasing your financial freedom. If your income is not fixed, you're not likely going to save the same amount of money you saved last month. The amount you push into your emergency fund is not going to be the same. So things are going to change a little bit, and you have to be okay with that. So if, let's say, last month you saved about maybe 500 USD, maybe this month you're going to save less than that, or maybe you're going to save more than that. So the good thing here to do is create a bucket for variable income, especially when it comes to emergency fund, when it comes to your saving, when it comes to your investing plan, you know. Create a bucket for variable income, you know, especially when it comes to the things that you are always working on, you're trying to build. So especially your saving, your emergency fund, you know, your debt repayments. The rest that you're going to be pushing money on these things are going to vary each and every month, So you'll have to go back to your budget every month, review it, and tweak some things here and there. Guys, you don't have a choice. You have to do that simply because you are trying to level up and becoming the financial beast you want to be. To be honest, it's going to feel overwhelming. It's going to feel like you have lots of things to do each and every month because of the budget that you always keep on reviewing. But guys, trust me, it's going to work out for you in the end, because if you're doing this, you're preventing yourself from overspending. You're becoming financial smart. You are spending your money intentionally. You know where your money goes, and this is a really powerful knowledge that you need as an individual when it comes to leveling up, when it comes to you hitting your financial goals and building the wealth and the lifestyle that you desire so bad. So you have to create a bucket for this for the variable income, you know, on the things that I just talked about. It's really important, and it's going to help you out in the long run. If your income is not fixed, there's another method you should use, that is called rolling system. You know, the moment you have earned maybe little bit more than you earned last month, and you have budgeted, you have written down everything that you need, especially your needs, you know, and everything else, and you have set aside the stash of cash that is going to go to your saving, aside go to your emergency fund. Now the amount of money that is going to remain after that, let's say this month your income is a little bit extra, so don't spend that money, you know, don't spend that money because you didn't budget for that money. That money is out of your budget. So the best thing for you to do is actually roll it over to the next month, or you can just take this money, deposit in your saving account or into your emergency fund or into your investing. Don't use that money that remains after your budgeting is done, you know, because the moment you start doing that, what happens when next month you earn less than your baseline? You know, I earlier said that you set your budget based on your lowest income in the last 6 months, you know, that you have been earning. But what happens when your income becomes lower than that? It's going to be a really tough. You are going to be really in a tough spot. And remember, you have the needs that you have to take care of. So it's going to affect you financially. So for you to be smart, roll over that money, roll it over to the budget of next month, and it's going to help you a little bit. Even if the income comes in a little bit higher, the money, you can go back to your saving, to your emergency fund, or it can help you sort the budget of next month when your income is lower than you expect. And this is a system that is really important. It has been helping me a lot, especially I'm a content creator, so making money. The amount of money that I make from these channels are usually inconsistent. So that's the best thing to do, so that you stay in the lane when it comes to hitting your financial goals. So guys, if your income is not fixed, something else that I would recommend you to do is have an emergency fund. Guys, it's really important, and I keep on emphasizing on that point. It's important for you to have an emergency fund, because what happens, you know, when incomes totally goes below your baseline? What happens when a financial emergency hits you so bad and you don't have an emergency fund? You know, the emergency fund is your safety net, you know, so that when your income goes lower than what you expected, you can actually dip into your emergency fund, pay your rent, take care of your monthly budgets, and buy the things that you really need for you to survive in a few months. But if you don't have an emergency fund, guys, when your income hits the lowest and you have rent to pay, you have bills to take care of, you have transportation to take care of, you have medical bills, guys, this is going to ruin you. And this is the moment you're going to find yourself dipping into debts, you know, and debts are your enemies. I always say that debts are your enemy, because they will never allow you to grow as an individual. So instead of you focusing on that point of you taking money and spending it recklessly, always set aside stash of cash that is going to go into your emergency fund, because that is going to help you when it comes to leveling up and becoming your financial beast. Emergency fund is really, really important, especially for someone like me, you know, for someone like you. If you are a content creator, your income is keeps on varying every month. You really need an emergency fund, because it's your safety net if anything happens in the future. If your income is not fixed, kindly avoid subscriptions. Avoid subscriptions, because subscriptions are going to be taking money from your account each and every month. So think about it. If you never planned for that subscription, it's actually going to cost you. It's going to affect your budget when you think about it. So avoid subscription, or you can do this: review your subscription. The ones that you're not using, cancel them. The ones that are not important anymore, you know, just cancel them, because these subscriptions are going to cost you. It might not be much. Maybe you might say it's $2, $3, but guys, it keeps on adding up every month, or in a year. You're going to realize that you have been spending money, so much money, on subscriptions that you really don't need. So review your subscription regularly. If it's for the best, actually avoid them. If you can avoid them. But if they're really important, and this subscription really help you to obtain content or information that is going to help you reinvest in yourself, then guys, keep on reviewing them, and always cancel them when you don't use them. This is another tip that I'm giving you as a bonus when it comes to you reaching your financial freedom early enough, especially when your income is not fixed. Guys, in the end, we are doing this so that we attain our financial freedom. So don't let your income prevent you from reaching your financial goals. If your income is not fixed, and you have to keep on reviewing your budget, you have to keep on adjusting things, guys, you just have to embrace that, and find peace in the control that you have, because not so many of us have that control. So just take it positively. Don't view it as something that is draining you. Don't view it as something that is dragging you behind when it comes to hitting your financial goals. So what you should take from this is actually use this knowledge to build yourself, and ensure that you keep on increasing your income, so that you don't have to deal with budget that is so tight, so that you keep on investing in yourself, so that you keep on growing as an individual. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're new, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye bye, and keep on budgeting.